Hey y'all, I'm season 1 winner, Mix Shakers Venetian.
And I'm season 1 contestant of Mix Shakers, Ani So Exotic.
And this is
The Shakedown.
Alright, Diva, I am back to my fully known form. Last week was a little silly. No wig, barely any makeup, and a little girl dress. I loved it though, but I'm back to my regal self.
Yes, literally.
And it's the grand finale.
Yes.
Girl, 8 weeks of this excruciating competition.
Yes.
I know all too well about, and they are finally down to the very last week.
Yes.
I'm so excited. I was so excited.
I was so excited. I was really like, ooh.
Yeah.
I was just waiting to see what was going to happen.
Yeah, with competitions, you don't know how far everyone's going to go.
Yeah.
And this week, everybody went there.
Yeah.
Crazy. It's so crazy. I cannot wait to talk about it. But going into this, we had some speculations about who was going to place what throughout the season.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say, they threw me off my guard.
Yeah, I would say.
I thought I knew what the placements would be throughout the season, and honestly, I'm very surprised in a good way. I did have 2 out of the 3 top 3.
Yeah, me too.
But I was pleasantly surprised throughout the season, and they all did so amazing. So,
Yeah.
round of applause for our
Yes!
contestants. All right, but first things first, runways. Oh, we don't have the Uno cards. Whoosh. Whoa. Magic. Glitter. Woo. Yeah, we forgot a couple stuff. All right, so first up on the runway, it's Finale Eleganza, and we have Trev Her.
Yes.
And she's in this beautiful white gold mirror, kind of like regal. What's that word for like old, like Roman time? Like, what is that? Like
Classical?
No. Like colossal, like not colossal, but like Renaissance kind of, you know? Like it's giving like the white and gold, like Olympus, kind of, like that kind of vibe.
Yes.
And it has like Athena hair, like that kind of stuff. I loved it. I really loved the white and gold pattern. Also, her description of the runway was that previously when she wore this, it was in a different style as well.
Yeah.
The garment was wearing her, but now that she's a fully realized drag queen, she's wearing the garment. And I really kind of love that story because when you reuse garments, you kind of have to have like a good reason of why you're doing it. And I think they made some good edits to the garment, and it really like evolved itself. And you know, I felt like when I saw her before, she was painted by Crimson. This gown was like by Crimson. It was just kind of like her plain dress up, but now it's kind of like, oh, this is like her dress, and she's like working this runway.
Mm-hmm.
So I loved it.
I completely agree. I loved it. It was so sparkly and glittery on stage. It was just so nice to look at.
Yeah.
And I really like the accessories, like the way that everything's so color coordinated, and the hair looks so good with it color wise. The shoes are cute too. I like it.
I will say the necklace I wasn't a huge fan of because I love like drag jewelry in a way.
Yeah.
You know,
this
kind of like chunky stuff. I never wear earrings because, you know, you won't clock me. I'm a dancer. But for the sake of the runways, I feel like maybe not an open-toed shoe, especially with Barbie foot.
That's tea.
But I do know that you know, people love the Barbie foot. I thought it was a nice, you know, versus a pump. Yes, I do like that style.
Yeah.
Overall, I thought it was very beautiful though. So I'm gonna give it a 9.
I'm gonna give it a 9 as well.
I thought it was amazing. Really she did very, very beautiful. Loved it. Very proud of you, Trev Her. All right.
Next up, we have Tiara Masu, and she was wearing this. This kind of gave me that one Sasha Colby runway that she wore.
Her 2012 Continental winning gown.
Yes, I feel like it was kind of giving Tiara's version of that. I love the colors. I thought they were really pretty together. I love the headpiece as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the concept a lot. I would have wished a little bit more up here.
Same.
Or like maybe some shoulder moment. And then the only other thing that I really like thought about was that the waist had so much volume, but since she was wearing a headpiece, although it was very tall, it lacked volume in a sense.
Yeah.
So it seemed very bottom heavy.
Mm-hmm.
But I love the fabric choice. I love the color choice. You know, you want to think of like a lot of like golds and all those things, and when you're like, you know, Finale Eleganza, but the red and the black was just so beautiful on her skin tone. But I thought the concept of the garment was very, very amazing. And, you know, she makes this herself as well. So I thought that was very well made for within a week.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a different take on Finale Eleganza. And actually, Chanel Janae from last year's season in the top wore a similar style with that like kind of waist feather moment. So I thought it was like a really cool, like almost like a flashback moment.
Yeah.
It's like another finale runway. of black excellence, mind you.
Yeah.
So I really loved it. I think just since it was lacking on the top half for me, that's where it kind of caught me off guard. But
yeah.
I loved her little edges too. She had a wig, like a wig head backstage, and it was just edges. Like it was no wig. It was just like little swirls. I loved it. It was so funny.
That's
no, literally. I'm gonna give it an 8.5, only because of like the top half. For like, you know, finale. This is like the last runway of the entire season. So just like the top half kind of lacked for me in a way. Like 8.5 leaning 9, you know? Like I'd go either way.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8 too, for the exact same reason. I loved like everything except from the waist to the top or to the bottom of the neck. Like that section, I feel like it could have been better and matched everything else.
Yeah. But she was the only girl this week to wear a new garment on the runway. So.
Oh, that is tea.
Yeah.
That is tea.
Well, like a non-previously seen.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked it. I loved it. Great job,
seen.
Tiara. And last but not least, we have Diabetes. And she's wearing this kind of like regal Pokemon Arceus inspired runway.
Yes.
I have a lot of mixed feelings about this. But overall, it's a beautiful garment. I will say that. The hair, out of this world. Oh my God. Are you seeing that? I'm wearing Hair by Crimson. You can already see like what kind of things she does. And this hair, Trevor was also wearing Hair by Crimson. A proud, you know, sponsor of the season, I guess. Very beautiful, very amazing. This is all handmade by her as well.
Wow.
Everything to the cufflets, to the literally the corset, the skirt, everything. I thought it was very amazing. But if she was going along the path of Arceus, I would have kind of loved her Arceus back piece that she wore with us originally.
Yeah, why didn't she wear it?
Exactly, I don't know. I thought that would have been a great elevation.
Maybe she left it in Richmond.
Yeah, leave that behind. I thought it would have been a great elevation to this, especially since she had the rhinestone Pokeball, which I did rhinestone that.
Oh, period.
I rhinestoned it like a year ago, but I still rhinestoned it. But I do love the whites and the golds. You know, we talked about how it's fun to step out of the box with tiaras, but I will say, when it's the final runway, we saw with Trevor, white and gold is beautiful.
Yeah.
I love it. So I thought it was really well made. I love the storyline, the drag jewelry. Girl, you see those earrings?
Yeah, stunning.
Crazy. I love
everything is so rhinestoned.
I think maybe it was just missing that back piece, or maybe like a connecting black element, because there was only the black skirt but nothing else. I know she said that she wanted to do poofy shoulders, but she gave them to another drag queen for like a garment. So, but I feel like that would have maybe like the back piece and like a shoulder moment that was black as well would have elevated. But besides that, I loved it.
I kind of like the way the black looks. Maybe it's just in the pictures, but like Arceus has like pointy feet, you know what I mean? So it's kind of giving that, like it's like that's the pointy foot. Maybe that's just me reading into it like way too hard, but that's what it's giving to me.
I loved it. I'm gonna give it a 9, only because I wish it was like that, a little bit of more connecting with the black fabric, or maybe like the back piece. But overall, it's a phenomenal gown, like 9.5. There's a mosquito in here. A 9.5. I'm very proud of you. Diabetes.
Yes. I'm gonna give it a 10. That was my honest reaction when I first saw it. I thought it's such a beautiful garment.
Yeah.
It's really, really well made, and she made it all herself. I agree that maybe the back piece should have been there. I would have loved it so much more if there was a back piece, but I still think it was an amazing garment without the back piece. Yeah. So, yeah.
Loved it. All right, time for talent.
Yes.
This is my favorite part of the night because these girls can do whatever they want. They have, I think, like 10 minutes.
Yeah, long time.
Like, they have a long time, and they can do whatever they want in the entire world. And, Lord, I was gagged.
Yeah.
I was gagged.
They truly did whatever they wanted.
Yes. Oh, my God. So, first up, we had Trevor, who did Trevor
the Musical.
She wrote, directed, and acted in a 3-part musical on stage in drag. Well, I mean, like, not live musical, but like, oh my God,
yeah,
I was
genius.
I've had a lot of people say to me that was the best drag performance they've seen in DC ever.
Period.
Which
I could see it.
Everybody has their own standards, but I think like nobody's ever brought that level of production.
Yeah.
Comedy, like polish, like just like involvement. Like it's very hard to have all that production, but I feel like she nailed it. I had no critiques. Maybe like I feel like some parts when she was dancing to the songs, there could have been a little bit more.
Yeah.
But this girl's been doing drag for 1 year, and this is like jaw-dropping drag.
Yeah.
I loved it. So the first act was like growing up to be like a cheerleader, I guess. And then she was a cheerleader.
And then the judges were bullying her.
Yeah. And then like she like went off to like win in the version. I loved it. She had cutouts of the people's faces, and it was like such an easy cop out for like not having to do lines.
Yeah.
You just have the mask in front of your face. I have nothing to say. I was obsessed with it. I could not get close of my garment because of my garment, but I literally was like, I cannot not see this. Like I stood in the back, I like shimmied way in, like I had to see this performance. It was mind blowing. I'm so gagged. I
loved it. Loved it. I honestly have written a script exactly the same thing, because last year, if I had gotten to the finale, I was going to do Ani the musical. So it's honestly crazy that Trevor did like something I wanted to do and did it so well. Like I was so proud of her. I thought it was really funny. It had so many good moments of just like little jabs and like little details that you had to like, little jokes. If you didn't hear them, you would have missed them. You know what I mean? So I thought it was amazing. I was so proud of her. Yeah. I'm gonna give it a 10.
I mean, like I would give this like a 5 million, but like for the sake of like our 11s throughout the season, I feel like this is a strong 10. No notes, literally. Yeah. Even if like she had fallen on that stage, I would have been like, I don't care, 10. Like that's how well this performance was.
Yeah. Gagged. I loved it.
Gagged. She should be shoved. Oh my god. No words. No words. And that's a tough act to follow because she was the first one.
Yeah.
With that being said, next up we had Tiara Misu. And she did this dance performance number with an original song as well. Mm-hmm. Mind you, Trevor also had original lyrics to the song as well. I forget to say that. It was like...
I think it was the song from the first week too, but like with different lyrics, right?
Trevor had a spoken word with songs and then also custom lyrics.
Yes.
It was a full musical, literally. And Tiara had music with custom lyrics as well. So like... Yeah, custom song, I guess. Mm-hmm. To That Girl, and what other songs were there?
It started with I'm That Girl, It's Just That, I'm That, by Beyonce.
Yeah, so just a mix about being that girl.
Yeah.
I have seen Tiara dance. I've seen Tiara move. I have never seen Tiara move like this before. Tiara looked like somebody held a like rocket launcher to her face and said, dance. If you don't dance, you die. And she danced like she was like, it could have been the election. They were like electoral college votes or a lip sync for your life. That's how badly she was dancing. She was dancing like the world depended on it, and golly did it work.
Yeah.
Oh,
she turned it out.
Oh my god.
And I loved how it built up. The beginning was a little bit slower, and then by the end, she was like popping her fucking pussy.
Did she even have a reveal?
She had 2 reveals.
Oh.
She had an outfit reveal, and then she had a wig reveal.
I saw the wig reveal. Yes, and the okay, yeah. I remember it now. Sorry, I was just so entranced by like what was happening. I love that little wig reveal because she always uses the same wig. And the outfit was it works every single time. See? Like, I don't care. Do it again. I loved it. The costume was handmade by her as well. I'm like under a spell. It was so amazing. I could watch her dance for eternity and never get bored.
Same.
Amazing. Yeah. I mean, usually this is the hard part because you can't really just dance for a talent because we all already lip sync as our talents. Mm-hmm. But her talent is dancing the way that she does.
Yeah, I agree.
So I'm gonna give it a 9.5.75, only because I would have wished there was like one more little element to it for the finale. Although I'm obsessed with her dancing. That scored all 9 points, but I just wanted one more to like, maybe like more of a concept.
Yeah.
The concept was her being that girl, and she is that girl, but just like a little bit more.
I would have wanted, just like a little bit more production value or element, like maybe lights or like, maybe not lights, but like, you know what I mean? Something of that nature.
But if you haven't already seen Tiara
backup dancer.
If you haven't seen Tiara Misu perform, you better go now.
Yeah, literally.
Go now.
She devoured that.
Gagged me. Every which way.
Next up, we had Diabetes. And she did a witch-themed number that featured her art that she had made. and some reveals as well.
Oh, so, some, bitch.
Like 5.
Like
no, like
5
4.
reveals.
Yeah, a lot.
Oh my god. I know that Daya personally was going through it this past week. Because, like, you know, this has been a long competition. She does everything herself every week. Drives 2 hours both ways. And she was struggling with the concept. And I think this one was very at home for her. I loved her cloak with the ostrich feathers.
It's so stunning.
So beautiful. She did the Down the Witch's Road from Agatha All Along into... What did she do? What was the song?
Some witch song.
No, that was that one. But what was the song after
like
that?
some other like witchy type. Like like something. We'll find it.
Yeah. And she performed to Spectrum by Florence and the Machine, which is an amazing song choice, not only by the lyrics, but like spectrum of colors. She's an artist.
Yes.
So she had 4 of her handmade, like carved illustrations.
Or stunning.
On stage. Oh my god. Like framed and everything.
Yeah.
And like witches, like spoken word. The story was there as well, and she was in this beautiful blonde updo, and she had 1, 2, 3. Let me see. 1, 2.
And she had the first one.
3.
Because she started
4
in
reveals.
the ostrich.
Yeah, 4 reveals throughout the number into all garments she's made by hand. I loved it. I was confused at first with the first reveal because she goes into this blue gown that's similar to her Pisces right, but it's not. She made like another like bodysuit on top of that, like so it was different, which I appreciated that.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really cool. I thought the storytelling was very nice. You know, we just had Trevor do this giant production. We just had Tiara dance her ass off, and Dai was just kind of showing off who she is. And like from a what's that word called? Rubric? No, I can't. No. Okay, what's that word?
Isn't it a rubric?
Like a grading standpoint. I didn't know like where to like take off points in a sense. Like everything was so clean. She knew every single word. Every reveal was flawless. And she was just emoting so hard. I thought it was very beautiful.
Yeah.
I thought it was so beautiful.
I really, really liked it. The only critique I have is, as an audience member, I feel like the other two, like comparing it to the other two.
Yeah.
As a performance by itself, I thought it was an amazing performance, but comparing it to the other two, I feel like the other two had a little bit more, like, going on, if that makes sense.
It was just more high energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is kind of tea,
The first one was comedy, the second one was dance, and the last one was like, emoting. So, like, the 3 different kind of, like, thresholds of, like, drag performance,
yeah, that is
I thought were covered flawlessly, which is... goes to show how versatile our top 3 was.
Yeah.
But I feel like after having 2 upbeat, fun, like, kind of numbers, this one being so emotive and serious, you know, we were all still... I mean, maybe we just wanted more because we, like, had so much fun. If this one had gone first, I feel like it would have had a bigger impact.
Yeah, I agree.
But overall, I thought it was so beautiful. I stood there, like, everything was just so amazing.
Yeah.
So, standalone performance... like a 9.75, but I'm gonna give her a 10 only because if you don't think about the other 2 numbers, this by itself I thought was beautiful, down to the artwork that she did by hand, 4 reveals, and just how polished it was. I just loved it. It was an amazing performance.
I'm gonna give it a 9, I think, because I feel like I wish there was just a little bit more going on, or like a little bit more like the way that the story was, a little bit more of like a connection to like
I do
the different parts, you know what I mean,
like
of it.
I agree with the 9, but I'm just like, I just felt like it was just so clean that like I don't you know what I mean, like it was just so good. It was so good. I loved it. I loved it. That was such a tough battle. Oh my goodness. So while the judges deliberate, I get to come on stage and do my little step number. Oh my god. I can't express how much fun I had. You know, we all want to be loved by our community, and it's hard sometimes to like fight for people's approval. But literally just standing on stage, just standing there, and to have everybody just like screaming for me, and you know, just having I felt so loved in that moment. And like I feel loved by the Shakers community and by the DC community, and it just like was a full circle to like have that tangible in a way. So I got to be all pretty in my purple.
Yes, you look
I'll
stunned.
send you a clip of my performance.
Yes.
I just felt so at home, and I just felt like everything was worth it. And I'm glad to be your season 1 winner. You know, starting the Hall of Fame here. Maybe we'll have like little frame photos.
That would be iconic.
I'll make Crystal put the Hall of Fame in here. But yeah, no, I just felt so beautiful. And it gave the judges plenty of time to deliberate for our top 2. Oh my goodness, that's right. One of these girls did not make it to the top 2.
Unfortunately.
Lip sync for the crown. And that queen was...
Diabetes. Aww.
Yeah, so sadly... due to tonight's thing alone, that was how they were graded.
Mm-hmm.
Not throughout the season, but tonight alone. The top 2 queens of the week were Trev Her and Tiara Masu, which means Diabetes was our second runner-up queen diva who had to leave. And she gave off some beautiful words of inspiration to the audience about her time here and what she's done in her community. And it was so beautiful.
Yeah, it was.
She's fought so hard each week, making everything by hand. I am so proud of her.
I'm so proud of her too, and she should be so proud of herself. I'm sure everyone in DC has seen how amazing she is at her craft. And like, first of all, open your commissions, girl. Second of all, you're gonna be booked down here because we love you in DC. So
yeah,
yes.
These lashes were made by Daya. She makes all of her costumes. Hello. Yeah, her commissions. I mean, like she's tough on that, but she's like a custom costume maker for a lot of drag queens here. So she has her drag down and she knows who she is. So I'm very proud of her.
I can't wait to see what she does next.
Yes. Oh my god. Which means that our top 2 lip sync was Trevor and Tiramisu, and they were lip syncing to
Murder on the Dance Floor. You better not kill the groove. DJ.
Yeah. So that was a lip sync song, and
Trevor had a knife.
Trevor had a knife. My girls at home also knew who else had a knife. It's an inside joke. Okay. anyways, I thought it was a very good lip sync. I don't want to say that Tiara ate up Trevor like it was, the Last Supper. Maybe in the first half, but Trevor stood her ground in a sense,
Yeah, I agree.
Going against Tiramisu, the queen who can outdance the world.
Yeah.
I think she held her ground.
I definitely agree. She did something.
And it was a great...
she moved. A lot of people in that position might not have even done anything.
Yeah, as we've seen in the past.
Yeah, like, you just give up because you're like, I'm against
I think Trevor fought for it. And Tiara obviously fought for it as well.
Yeah.
She was in her element. It was a good
battle.
battle.
It out.
I'm glad that, some of the lip syncs this season have been iffy. But this finale lip sync was not disappointing.
No,
it was great. And by the end of it, they have to do their more deliberations of who won the whole season. Just making me gassy. And it was a very, very well fought season.
I agree.
Yes. So famously, lots of debate goes up. The final 2 lip sync does not equate the entire season. Yeah. So it was just a last battle.
I'm sure it counts as points.
It counts as something absolutely. If Trevor just gave up or Tiara gave up, that would matter. But they both fought very hard. And it was a very neck and neck season. And everyone had a lot of mixed opinions. But with that being said, our winner of
Mixed Shakers Season 2 is Trevor!
Woo! Yay! Oh my god. I feel like this is a flashback from last season because they were all chanting Tiara's name at the very end.
Oh my god.
And last season they were all chanting Chanel's name and then they announced my name. It was kind of crazy. But I thought it was a very well-earned win victory, honestly.
Yes.
Because of, Trevor only had 48 hours every single week to do everything. With the help of her friends, obviously. But, everything was conceptualized by herself. And she put in a lot of effort. For a queen
who really did.
Finding out who she is, I'm so proud of her. Now in the Hall of Fame. It was kind of crazy. I got to crown her. The crown is so big.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm glad that we have, a dynasty here at Shakers.
Yeah.
And, I'm just so proud of her.
I'm so proud of Trevor. She did amazing. We always talk with each other about how we like to do the same kind of drag, which is cunty but stupid. You know what I mean? We can be pretty.
Girl, me too.
We can be silly. Yeah, we all 3 are like that in a way.
I love.
But you're also a dancing diva.
Yeah.
So.
But I'm very comedic during my dances too.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah. So I love. We have a very similar brand, and that only means that she's gonna go so much higher from here, and I can't wait to help her out. with the transition and like, this is her new home. Mind you, she works here. That's not why she won. But like, she said the sweetest thing on stage where she said she saw me competing to make shakers and winning, and she just said, I want to do that. Like, I want to be me. And that was like the sweetest thing ever to hear.
And she did it.
She did it. Like, she really fought hard, and like, I did my best to like not help out anybody this season, only because I wanted everyone to do it themselves. And like, me who had a very high track record just like Trevor, I didn't want to give anybody like giveaways of what the judges are looking for, or like, things that I know like is the recipe to win in a sense. And I'm just very proud that she was able to figure that out on her own. Yeah, she was in the top like 5 or 6 weeks.
I think she was in the top or a winner every week except one.
Yeah, and she was saved like 1 week.
Yeah, which was the roast.
And similar to me, I was in the top every single week and won 2 times, but Trevor famously got 4 wins.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy. But yeah, I'm so proud of her. And that is the conclusion to our season. It's over.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. That's so sad.
But I heard a rumor on the street that season 3 has been approved.
Okay.
And actually, we have the chance to do a live interview with our winner, Trevor. Let's dial her up.
Beep boop bop boop bop. Oh.
All right, Slay. Hi, sister. So we are here live filming Big Shakedown.
Yes.
And we want to ask you, Trevor, what was your favorite part of the season?
My favorite part was actually we called it 48-hour drag. We would come up with the concepts, after the week, after that Wednesday was over, and then I would be busy on Saturday and Sunday, so then Monday, Tuesday was when we made the outfits. It was me, Krim, Jared, Pat. We did most of those outfits in 2 days. I think that was probably the most fun, even though my Mondays and Tuesdays were completely booked up, but a lot of them just came from 2 days of just non-stop work, and I love them all so much for it.
That's gaggy.
Yeah, kind of crazy. But it is hard because you get the week. I mean, you have the weeks in advance, but you don't know if you're gonna make it there.
Yeah, exactly. So you don't want to waste your resources on something that you might not be there for.
Right.
So.
Do you have any questions?
Oh, let me think. What was the hardest part for you this season?
Well, I mean, we know that I did not do very well on the roast, so that was probably the hardest thing, because honestly, I had no idea what to even write for that week. I was struggling up until the last day, trying to prepare for it. I came up with everything that I could. I ended up scrapping a bunch of ideas. Those also wouldn't have worked, but I think that the roast was the most challenging thing, because that was so different for me. I'd never done something like that. So, yeah, I think that was probably the hardest part of the season.
Yeah, and the last question, what was the first thing that went through your mind when they said the winner of Mix Shaker Season 2 is Trevor?
I was so overwhelmed with just happiness and this sense of accomplishment, because I had thought about doing this last year when I saw you, Venetian, winning, and I was just I want to do that. I want to be on that stage. I want to get the crown, and I have busted my ass over the last year in drag, and I think I even said this last night in my speech. There were so many times that I wanted to quit drag, and there were so many times where I was just you know what, I don't know if this is for me, I don't know. And then I just had a lot of support on my side for the past year, and I was just so overwhelmed and just so happy for everyone that's been in my life that has gotten me to that point.
Oh,
amazing.
That's
well,
so sweet.
We're happy you didn't quit drag, because you're very good at
Literally.
it, and we can't wait. I will be here if I'm not booked. The premiere for Drag Race to cheer you on.
Yes.
I am so proud of you. It's gonna be so much fun.
I hope you are. Let's do it together, sis.
Girl, technically you can, but I have to do it for free.
Oh, okay. We'll talk.
Yeah, we'll talk. Girl, yes. Oh my God. Let me get a gig again. Yes. Oh wait, I'll tell you later about the whole drama about that though.
Okay. Yeah, we'll talk after.
All right. Mwah. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Trevor. And we cannot wait to see what you do with your time and your reign. I will be front row, your biggest fan, as the season 1 winner, seeing what you have to do with your time. And girl, I'm going to say this is start going on Fashion Nova and buying costumes, because you have 6 months worth of shows to do, and each week you should have a new outfit. So
yeah,
start getting some outfits, girl. But no, I'm very proud of her, and I had so much fun doing this with you.
I had so much fun too.
And you know, I can't wait to not talk to you for another year. No, this has been such a fun time, and thank you to the viewers for tuning in each week.
Yes.
And we'll be back next year.
Hopefully.
I heard on the street that there should be a season 3. So we'll see you next year.
Yes.
Allegedly. But if you want to join me and Trevor in the Hall of Fame, make sure you keep your eyes open and your ears open as well.
Follow at ShakersDC on Instagram.
Yes. And me, I'm Venetian because I'm Venetian.
And follow me, Ani's So Exotic, because I'm so exotic.
And for the last time this year, this has been
the Shakedown. Oh, that's sad. Oh, I'm happy though. We did that.